Tulane Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Conley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Golden Hurricane offense takes the field as we get this game underway. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Tulsa in a tough spot here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Going for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Green Wave. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's take a big view of Tulsa. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matched. So,
and that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another 1st down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Just moments ago, the Golden Hurricane stuck in its own end, and now they're generating some momentum. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Allen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it. You practice it. This offense needs to be got.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He breaks a tackle. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Tulane right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They want to run it left here. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down and more. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And after success like that on the bootleg, that's going to change the way the defense plays now. Every single time from here on out, when the quarterback hands it off, they're going to have to leave a defender, a defensive end, or a linebacker outside just in case he decides to keep it. It's a positive play offensively, but it also now changes the way this defense is going to try and play the rest of the game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Preston. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Picks up what he can and then slides.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get...
Bernie on the jet. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tulane. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Rides to back and leaves it. And it's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
They'll move the tight end. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Setting up the screen. Just steamrolling the defense. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. It's first down from the 11. To the air on first down. Takes the easy completion. Touchdown, Green Wave. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Offense gets set for second down. To the ground with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Wide open spaces. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll go to the air. Trying to set up the screen. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Tulane right back to the line. Off the RPO, complete. He's loose. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew he would.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Green Wave. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Tulsa trying to power ahead on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Still running at the 40.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Finds his open man. Lots of running room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Heaves it on the run. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man out of the backfield.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points, but the sack.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Back to pass on second down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Here's the pressure. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And he makes another big play for this offense. And, man, if I'm this defense, at some point, I'm going to learn my lesson. We're in the second quarter. He's already over 100 yards. I better start committing some resources to this guy, or else he's going to break some records, because he is putting up some numbers on the day.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Barrels ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. This is a money play on third and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Vanderbilt. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
From the shotgun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Fires to the tight end. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on third down. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you?
Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
With the catch, it's Preston. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Tulane right back to the line. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He'll try to take it back. And just an outstanding return takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds a tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. Tulane right back to the line.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Perry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Hayes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayes. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And it can't hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Makes the grab. It's Hayes. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Tulane right back to the line.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, need a conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. They just keep firing. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Fires into the end zone. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Tulane has it back in the offense. On the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Preston. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Tulane right back to the line.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. To the air, it's Holstein. Gets it to him on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Max looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on third down. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane! With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Tulsa in a tough spot here on 3rd and long. DB's right up on the receivers. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They are in business, starting this drive inside the 10-yard line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Pucks it out of the air. Touchdown, Greenway. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today. And any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to Vanderbilt. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. Gets away from one, finds room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Just keeps slinging it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. They went for the big play. Boy, did it ever pay off.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense, quick tempo. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Toss sweep right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Caught behind the line. It's Perry. Across the 25, he's got room. And he stretch out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Roberts. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Complete to the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Good enough for first down.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both